It's the NFL on EA Sports. And at center stage, it's the Raiders' sure-handed wide receiver. And with him, any catch could be a big one. He's the NFL leader in touchdown receptions. It's the Raiders and the Jets, and it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 23.
It's an afternoon probably best suited for skating in Central Park, but we're across the river. We are in for a cold. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one is capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. Showing off the quick feet that time and getting forward for a pickup of 3 yards. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 17 carries, 76 yards.
And as we discovered in talking with the coaching staff prior to the game, going up against a team that struggled against the run has only emboldened them to run the football more. I expect 40 to 50 carries in this game.
Here's a 2nd and 7. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. They're going to look to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Wilkins. Now we get a stoppage because a member of the Raiders shaken up on that one. And not what you want to see this late in the season. The medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Here's the Raiders punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the cornerback.
You want to talk about a driven player, partner. This guy is absolutely that person. He doesn't just have goals in this game. He wants to be remembered among the best to play the position, and he treats every game as an audition for that. It's a lofty goal to set for yourself, but we've seen his drive lead to some impressive games from him. Perhaps another one is in store today.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. They find some open field here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
And with a guy his size, you have to know defensively that arm tackles aren't going to fly with him. You have to be able to wrap up, or else he can just brush tacklers aside like they're not even there.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 47. He'll look to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Campbell making the catch. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. That'll give him 8 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Interesting decision here. Opening drive, Charles, 4th and short. You're in field goal range. We'll see what they do.
I just shake a fist at my offense and say, go get it, guys, because if you can't pick up 4th and short here, we're probably in trouble the rest of the game. Show some confidence, show some aggressiveness, go pick it up.
And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Raider D, they get the football back. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. Taken down at the 42. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Landry. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. The Raiders at 9-5 now on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And last week was a bit of a nail-biter, a 3-point victory, but it's also the kind of game that reveals a team's true character. They fought all the way and came out victorious.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. And he rifles one incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go. Landry. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Now back to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Knight. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 12-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On 1st down, Landry. The great move couldn't free him. Taken down at the 10. They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10. Looking to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And it's caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
They'll run on 1st down. Landry. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. His 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Well, Brandon, he just followed his nose, and his nose took him to the end zone. But how about the big guys up front? Give him at least a stalemate in order to find that space.
Yeah, the O-line won the battle in the trenches there, didn't they? Now the try here for the point after. And that makes it 7-zip Vegas. A 10-play drive that time. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Well, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. So we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC as the Jets come back out on offense.
Well, they've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Second and 4. Dixon, complete.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 47. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up.
And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession.
Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads. They don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Landry, and this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. On play action, they'll throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Wilkins. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
At first glance, I thought he just used his size in order to win the route, but he also had a little subtle move in there as well. Made the defender think he was going one direction and was able to track the ball in another.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Well, they tried to swing it on left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Wilkins. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Back to throw again. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Around the NFL, a game going on in Washington. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
New York set to take the field. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So
puts it on the carpet, it's out, and the Raiders pick it up. And a 1st and goal coming up here inside the 10-yard line.
Well, that sure started out as a good example of what they call backed up or coming out on offense, meaning you're backed up close to your own goal line. Big time emphasis on practicing that to try and create some room at no less to give the punter a chance to kick the ball away. It means take care of the ball, try and create some space. They were doing that, and the ball comes free.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. They'll drop to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, that didn't take long. The turnover instantly almost turning into points.
And when that happens, a lot of teams have the mentality of let's strike right now. You've got them off balance after the turnover or the takeaway. Let's go get it. And that's exactly what they did.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Back to throw now on first down.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Dixon. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Morgan. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 19. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
They'll look to throw again. Dancing to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. He finds his man complete. That's man. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. And his kick here is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing it to break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board. Give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Raider offense going to head out now late in this first half. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the 2nd quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Second and 9 now. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's got the... And now a fumble. The ball's out. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands to try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower postgame. The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken in at the 3. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. Some critical games going on as teams fight for those final playoff berths. Let's get you around the NFL here in a busy Week 16. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. On now to a check on the next-gen stats for the Raiders in that first half. And it was a tricky half to figure out numbers-wise. They've got the lead, but you'd figure they're definitely talking about ways to get this passing game back on track. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they too have found passing lanes to be hard to come by so far. As you see by the numbers, they'll need to figure that out in the second half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. This taken in at the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Well, the Jets head out on offense here to start this third quarter. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. They'll look to throw. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big one there on third down. They hit for 30 yards.
That's a well-thrown ball right there. This is where arm strength pays off, because he's got to be able to get the ball both downfield and to the sideline. And that's one of the more difficult throws for a quarterback, and he put it right where it needed to be.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run up the middle with Campbell. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 26. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. It's Morgan.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. And just a yard to go here on 2nd down.
Back to throw here. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Morgan.
And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
Now 2nd and 9 from the 10.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8.
He was brought down at the 8-yard line. A gain of 2.
Back to throw.
And 7.
Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. From 8 yards out.
And the Jets have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
Extra point attempt to come here. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends with a Jet touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half.
And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other. He gets his first catch there, but all in all, when you're talking about the #1 receiver in the NFL coming into this game, and we're just talking about the first catch there, I think they're doing a nice job of bottling him up.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. They'll set up to throw. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. 12 more yards there and another first down.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up.
And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. 2nd and 7.
They run the counter. Landry. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up first and goal.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
He'll look to throw. And he rifles it complete, caught by Landry. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now a first carry for their fullback. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. His pass caught at the 4. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. And if you're going to pass down here, you better get that in the end zone.
I agree with you totally. And as we both know, the field's already condensed. There's just not a lot of space. So you've got to create some by getting some people downfield into the end zone. If you want to throw it short, you've got to have some movement, some room in order to do that. That one didn't work.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and that will tie things at 17 all.
So we're back to even after the short field goal. CD, you like the decision to kick it there?
Well, I'm glad you asked me if I like it and didn't ask me if I love it, because I'm not even sure I like it, but I do get it. First job on this drive, tie the game. They did that. But now they've got to put a challenge to their offense and say, we can't settle for 3 anymore, guys. We've got to get the ball in the end zone from here on out.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Dixon complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here's 2nd and a yard.
Back now here at MetLife Stadium. 2nd and 1. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Buying time to his left. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
From here on, any score could be the winning run, and he is certainly rolling down. Look at where he locked it on that with a mad scramble to get to it for the first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. Here's 2nd and 8. Completes it to Dixon. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
How about the timing on that one, where they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 46. He'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Morgan.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 7. Brings us 2nd and 3.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Let's face it, when you have a guy who can pick up those types of runs and keep the chains moving or stay ahead of the chains, you're making everyone else on offense happy because you're opening things up to allow for a whole lot of different play calls.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up
2nd and 5. Flushed out right. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 19. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
2nd and 4. He finds his man. Complete. That's Dixon.
And the Jets are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
1st and goal at the 9.
They're going to look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. A gain of 7 that time. Second and goal.
Number 17. A gain of 7 brings up second and goal at the 2-yard line.
Back to throw again. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there with a second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Jets have broken our tie and have taken a fourth-quarter lead. So still time remaining here in this fourth quarter, but the touchdown there puts them back out in front.
And you and I both know that their defense will not very subtly remind everyone that they started all of this because they held firm on the last drive and only gave up a field goal. Gave it back to the offense in a tied game and said, okay, your turn now, make something happen. And they went down the field and scored.
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. 7 yards there and a first down. The Raiders try to move quickly, try to get everybody back to the line. The throw over the middle taken in, and they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. He's back to throw.
And oh, that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be second down.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And a good job by the Raider defense yet again as they drop him for a 2nd straight loss. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first. Here's the Jets punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. So the Raiders now down by 7, 43 seconds to go. A possible crippling loss to their playoff status in the balance, barring a late score. Back to throw. He's got Landry. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. And he'll go right back to Landry. It's complete again.
And he is out of bounds. 20 seconds to go as he does pick up a first down.
They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught inside the 5.
A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for the Jets, they pick up win number 7 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston Texans.
Meanwhile, for Las Vegas,
it's a tough blow to their playoff aspirations as they drop to 9-6. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Tennessee Titans.